Hi guys. Well, it's great to be here. Hi there, guys. How are you guys? It's great to be here. Hi, I'm Mike Barra, also known as Seahawk Boy Mike. I should change my Chiron to be Seahawk Boy Mike when I do these things. I just did a news live, which I've deleted off the YouTube channels, and it's only available on mikebarra.blogspot.com or Rumble or a few other things. I just thought I'd come on here and do a quick live stream that'll be up on the website on Mike Barra 3 for a while. People were saying, hey, I want some more Seahawks content, so why not do some more stuff? So I thought, well, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in and do a really, really super early mid-season Seattle Seahawks mock draft off the Pro Football Network mock draft simulator. Spend about 10 or 15 minutes doing that. Have some fun with it. Maybe I'll get some snide comments from Dave Barra, who's not here. He's in Spokane. I'm here by myself. I just thought I'd be here. I got my Kraken beanie on. I got my Seahawks Russell Wilson jersey on. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock this mock draft. Now, this is interesting because the Seahawks have done far better than anybody could have or did expect them to do this year. Their record is 6-3, which is pretty amazing. Or 5-3, 6-3, 6-3, 5-3. Have a chance to go 6-3 this weekend in Munich, Germany, against Tampa Bay, who sucks this year in spite of having Tom Brady as their quarterback. Is that a German accent or an Austrian accent? I don't know. But right now they're standing at about 10 or 11 where they have the Broncos first round pick and they have their own first round pick, which is like 10 and 23 in the first round. They also have 2 second round picks. So I thought what I'd do is do a 3-round mock draft, let the computer draft all the other teams and see where we sit. Now, as I look at the Seahawks needs, they're playing very well. The defense looks good. Their needs are quarterback number one. They need a quarterback for the future. I don't care how well Geno Smith is playing, and he is playing far better than anybody could have possibly imagined. But they need a quarterback. They need a young, developmental, athletic quarterback to draft. And right now, they don't have that on the roster. So that's a priority, although not necessarily worth breaking the bank for. They have a chance to continue to build what's turned out to be a much better roster than anybody thought. They drafted very well last year for once. They went with the same evaluations, the same draft board that everybody else in the NFL did, and they simply took guys that were valued at their spots. They got 2 starting tackles. Right tackle Abraham Lucas should really go to the Pro Bowl at this point. Left tackle Charles Cross looks like he's going to be a Pro Bowler someday. Kenneth Walker is probably the offensive rookie of the year. Yes, it was quite a juicy tidbit I just dropped on you. You're welcome. I thought I would just come on and do that. Boye Mafe, I think, has a future as an edge rusher. He's still a rookie, but he's showing a lot of signs of athleticism. Tariq Woolen as a corner is fantastic. He looks like he's going to be the next Richard Sherman. And hi, Sandy. And this is all just going to be a football live stream. It's going to be quick. It's going to be football. It's going to be fun on my day off here, Thursday. So, they did pretty well. Another good draft like that, they could really stack their roster. But, Geno is a free agent, so he's going to cost them a lot more money this year. And is Geno Smith really worth $25 million? I don't know. I still feel like Geno at some point is going to turn into a pumpkin. He's proven me wrong so far. And as a Seahawks fan, I hope not. But I hate Pete Carroll. I wanted Pete Carroll to be fired. I was hoping his season would be a complete disaster. It's not. You got to give credit where credit is due on that one. Here comes pain for them. Patriots in control. Okay, well, we'll see about that. We'll see how the midterms actually turn out. That'll be the subject of tomorrow's Friday Night Frolics live stream with Candace. So we shall see. So, all right, I'm going to get started on this. We're going to roll over here to the screen share, and we are going to do a Chrome tab, and we are going to share the mock draft simulator from Pro Football Network. This is the Pro Football Network mock draft simulator. It's really cool, and it has things as they are evaluated now. I mean, it's way too early for certain guys and certain players, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a 3-round mock draft. We're going to go normal speed, and the only team I'm going to be drafting for is the Seattle Seahawks. So let's start the draft. And first up, the Houston Texans have the number 1 pick. They take a wide receiver, CJ Stroud. The quarterback goes to Carolina, number 2. Bryce Young, the quarterback, goes to Detroit at number 3. Will Anderson. Okay, so here I am up at pick number 11, which is the Broncos pick. And already, let's go through this. The Texans take Jackson Smith-Njigba, a wide receiver. I think that's preposterous. I think they're either going to take CJ Stroud or Bryce Young, the quarterback, but they went 2 and 3 to Carolina and Detroit, respectively. I could see Pittsburgh taking Jackson Smith-Njigba, the wide receiver, at number 4, but they took Will Anderson, the edge. Jalen Carter, the defensive tackle from Georgia, goes to the Raiders. Kaylee Ringo, the cornerback from Georgia, who played really well, had an interception last week, goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. Miles Murphy, the Clemson edge, goes there. And Kayshon Boutte, the wide receiver from LSU, goes to the Jags. Michael Mayer, the tight end from Notre Dame, goes to the Chicago Bears. And the Green Bay Packers take Paris Johnson Jr., the offensive tackle from Ohio State. They have basic rebuilding. Now, I have a couple of trade offers here. I've got 3. Giants are offering for me to drop back from 11 to 27. And in return for that, they're offering a 58th pick, the second round pick, and a first round pick next year. I don't want to go all the way back to 27. They also want me to give them pick 123. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to reject that offer. The Eagles want me to drop back to 31 and are offering a second round pick, 63, and a 2024 first. Again, they want me to give them a pick back. Forget it. Let's see what the last offer is like. Ooh. The Saints want me to go all the way back to 41. They're offering 41, 72, 107, a first and a third next year. That's a tempting package, but I'm going to say no because I have a chance right here in the top 11 or 12 to draft an impact player. Now, again, my biggest needs would be probably linebacker, an inside linebacker to supplant and replace Jordan Brooks. I've got him for one more year, certainly to supplant and replace Cody Barton, who is dismal. Although he's improved, he's dismal as an inside linebacker in his defense. There's a guy sitting there staring right at me, Noah Sewell from Oregon. I love Noah Sewell. I don't see any way that Sewell actually lasts until the 11th pick in the draft for my Seattle Seahawks, but it's possible. I guess you could have a weird draft like this. He's 6'3", he's 251. He's sheer physicality is his main thing. He's big, he's strong, he's mean, he'll blow your fucking brains out, as Robert De Niro would say. He is a monster, and if I were lucky enough to have the draft fall this way, I would take him. I'm not going to hesitate. I'm going to take Noah Sewell, linebacker from Oregon, as my 11th pick in the draft. The Raiders come back again. They take an offensive tackle. Again, didn't they just take an offensive tackle? Will Levis, the quarterback, goes to the Texans at 13. Tyler Van Dyke, the quarterback, goes to the Redskins at 20. I refuse to call them the Commanders. And let's go back and through and see what happened here. Yeah, Broderick Jones, the offensive tackle from Georgia. So the Raiders took a defensive tackle and an offensive tackle. Trenton Simpson, Cam Smith, Tyler Van Dyke went there at quarterback. He's the Miami quarterback to the Redskins. I'm sitting at 23. Now let's take a look. I do want to take a quarterback, but I want a developmental quarterback because I'm going to stick with Geno after the season he's had, assuming it continues the same way. Right now, as I look at all the offensive players, Spencer Rattler is the highest rated quarterback who's left. And he's at 40. So that means I should theoretically be able to get him in the second round if I want him, because my second round pick doesn't come up until 44. That's my highest second round pick that I get from the Denver Broncos in a Russell Wilson trade. I think it makes a lot of symmetry and sense to replace my all-time all-star Hall of Fame franchise quarterback, Russell Wilson, with another quarterback with one of the picks that I got for Russell, but it remains to be seen if he'll be there. There is a temptation to go defense, offense, but the best players on the board right now are defensive. Brian Brees, the defensive tackle from Clemson. Brandon Joseph, the safety from Notre Dame. I could use the safety, but I've got to say, look, I've got Quandre Diggs, who I was ready to cut at the end of this season, who's really come on lately. He's starting to play more like Quandre Diggs. I've got Jamal Adams returning, and I've got Ryan Neal. Got 3 guys that I really like at safety. I'm not desperate for a safety. Running back depth, like Jamar Gibbs, would be interesting from Alabama. Brian Bracey is very tempting. He is 6'5", 300. He's very, very highly regarded. He's He's tempting. And Tony, I don't think I need a corner. I'm really stacked at cornerback. So let's take a look at the trade offers that we have here. Okay, so the Raiders are offering the 36th pick and a 2024 first for me to move back, but they also want me to give them pick 123. I'm not inclined to do that. The Redskins are offering the 46th pick and a 2024 first. I'm going to reject that. Look, a team coming up here I think is looking for a quarterback. So am I, kind of, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to counter this Raiders offer. I'm going to remove 123 out of the equation. I'm going to give them 187, and I'm going to offer them, look, I want 36 and 67. That's what I want. I want 2 picks in this draft. So let's see what the Raiders say about that. My trade has been accepted. I have traded out of the 23rd pick to the 36th pick, which is something Pete Carroll would do. And let's see what the Raiders do with my selection. Well, pops right up. They take Antonio Johnson, the corner from Texas A&M. Brian Breesy goes right after that. I could use a defensive tackle. I'm not wild about my defensive tackles. So edges are going. Brandon Joseph is gone. Now the Broncos are offering me the 45th pick and pick 113 in return for this pick, the 36th. So, okay. What do I do? Well, I'll take a look at my other offer. It's 53 and a Chargers second round pick. No, not going to do that. Okay, so here's the thing. If I want Spencer Rattler, he's on the board still, I believe, isn't he? Yeah, he's still there. He's the 40th rated player. I could get him here. I'm looking at other teams that might be looking at quarterbacks, and I really don't see any. Kyler Murray is in Arizona. Jacksonville has, what's his name? The guy with the hair. The Steelers just took 2 quarterbacks. The Packers might conceivably take Spencer Rattler at 40. The Giants, they got Doug Jones. Chargers just at a quarterback. Deshaun Watson is in Cleveland. The Clemson quarterback is in Jacksonville. Wow, the only place that I'm concerned about losing Spencer Rattler is at 40 at Green Bay. So I pick again at 44. There's a chance I'll get him there. I could pick up the 113th pick in this draft, which is a 4th rounder. You know what? I'm not going to be able to use that pick today, but I'm going to accept that offer anyway, because I think it's a smart thing to do. And let's see what happens. Spencer Rattler goes immediately to the Colts. They traded up to take the guy I wanted. So my quarterbacks are off the board. Okay, I have 2 trade offers. Cincinnati's making me an offer for 48. Cleveland wants me to go all the way back to 96. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to execute a pick right here. Now, there's a couple guys that I really like in this spot. The guy that I like the most can always use more edge rushers. Okay, we got a linebacker in the first round in Noah Sewell, who's a monster. This guy, Zach Harrison from Ohio State, is also considered a monster. He's 6'4", he's 271. He could play either 34 end in my hybrid scheme, or he could play an outside linebacker. He attacks. He has elite raw power. He has everything that I look for in a Seahawks front 7 defender. So I'm going to go front 7 twice, and I am going to take Zach Harrison, the edge from Ohio State, with my 44th pick. Now with the 45th pick, I have the Chicago Bears are offering me 57 and a 2024 third. I'm not going to take that. I'm going to execute my next pick. So what else do I need here? I could use a defensive tackle. I could use an interior offensive lineman. So as I look at the interior offensive lineman, the guys that I like are the center from Georgia. He's gone. A lot of the guys I really wanted are gone. if I look at the overall selections, it's mostly offensive tackles, defensive tackles. Josh Downs, wide receiver from North Carolina. I could use a number 3 wide receiver, but he's 5'10", 180. I've already got one of those guys in Eskridge, and he sucks. The guy that I think I like here is John Michael Schmitz, the center from Minnesota. He can play center or guard for me. I need to get stronger in the interior offensive line. Austin Blythe has done a great job at center. This is the guy who's going to replace him in the lineup. So I'm going to take John Michael Schmitz, the center from Minnesota. Okay. A bunch of other picks are gone. I'm sitting at pick 55. Is there anybody that I really, really, really like here? I've got an offer of 62 and 130. I've also got an offer of 96 and a pick for next year. I'm not taking that. Do I want to move down 7 spots to 62? That's from here to here. Let 7 players go in front of me. Is there anybody that I'm madly in love with at this pick at 55? And I look at it all. I've got I don't have a defensive tackle yet. I've already picked 2 defensive players and only 1 offensive player, but he's a 276-pound DT. That's not really what I'm looking for. Justin Flo, the other linebacker from Oregon, is there. He could replace Jordan Brooks if I don't want to re-sign Jordan Brooks long-term. And I don't know. Cedric Van Pran, the center from Georgia, could be there. He could be maybe converted to a guard. Offensive tackle I don't need. Tyler Davis from Clemson. Now, he's ranked 62, but he is 6'2", 300. He's well leveraged, extremely dense, compact, and well-proportioned frame. I like that idea a lot. I think I'm going to take, I already got my edge. I already got my linebacker. I'm going to now complete the front 7 pickups with Tyler Davis, the defensive tackle. You can't go wrong with defensive tackles from Clemson. You just can't. So, okay, a bunch of other guys going off the board, guys I'm not too super familiar with. Okay, we're at 67. Pittsburgh's offering me 68 for 225. They must have a player they're really wanting mine there. The Vikings are offering me pick 93 and pick 104. I don't think we're going to go that deep in this draft, right? We only got, I would get 93. Do I want to go from 67 and not pick again till 86 when there's a lot of good players on this board? I kind of think I need to go offense. I'm going to reject those offers, but the question is, do I want the Alabama tight end? Cameron Latutu is 6'5" and 250. I could use a tight end for tight end depth. I've got some good guys there. I don't really like Will Dissly that much as a Seahawks guy. The Seahawks probably like him, but I don't know. Cedric Van Pran, the center from Georgia, is still there. I could go with I could double down on the interior offensive line. I could go with Zach Charbonnet, the running back from UCLA. He's an outstanding talent. I have Kenneth Walker, the best running back in the NFL right now, probably. Certainly the offensive rookie of the year, but running backs take a beating. Do I want to take a running back this soon, this early at 67? It's in the 3rd round. It's a good time to take one, and I still have an 86 pick left, but wow, the tight ends, Cedric Van Pran at 53. What is he? He's 6'4", 311. Charbonnet, he's such a good player, 6'1", 220. I'm going to take a risk and re-sign Rashad Penny to an NFL minimum contract. I'm going to pass on the running back. I'm going to go with the best player on my board. As I go overall. Justin Flo, that's Cameron Latutu. God, again, these 3 guys are all there. I have them all right there. Justin Flo. I've already got an Oregon linebacker. Do I want to pair him up with his college teammate? I just don't know. This is the hardest pick I have to make. I have got nothing for the defensive secondary yet, although I think that's those are day 2 and 3 options. I'm just going to go ahead and take the cornerback, Nehemiah Pritchett. Now we're going to come up on my last pick. At 86, here it comes. The Vikings say, hey, drop down with us to 93. Geez, again, Cedric Van Pran, the center who I might have taken way back up here at 67, is now still sitting there at 86. He's so tempting, but I don't have a quarterback. I like Cameron Ward a lot. What is Cameron Ward? He's 6'2", 223. I like him a lot. Do I take the trade offer and move to 93, or do I take the offensive lineman, the interior offensive lineman? I just took one in the first round. This is such a tough call for me. I'm going to trade out. I'm going to accept this trade and let the draft play out as it may, because I've decided with my last pick, I'm taking a quarterback. I need to take a quarterback in the first 3 rounds. I'm now up at 93. I have no trade offers. The Washington State quarterback that I was interested in, he went, where did he go? Yeah, where'd he go? Oh, no, he's still there. Cameron Ward at 111. But you know what? I'm not going to take Cameron Ward. I love the guy, but there's another guy that I like who I've watched play every game so far this year. And again, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing this if I had 4 or 5 rounds to do, but I want to get a quarterback. The guy that I'm really interested in is from University of Washington, 6'3", 214, Michael Penix Jr. He's rated 660 on this. Where is it? Yeah, 660, which is ridiculous. This guy's going to go in the 3rd or 4th round at the latest. I love his athletic ability, his accuracy, his ability to make plays under pressure, his feet, his mobility is great. He's the perfect training guy, the perfect guy to put in training behind Geno Smith. So I'm going to take him with pick number 660. He will go way higher than that. So that's my draft. I had a chance to double down on the inside interior offensive line, but I took the guys I wanted. I got Noah Sewell. I solved my linebacker problem. I got another edge rusher to go with Darrell Taylor and Alton Robinson and Uchenna Nwosu and Bruce Irvin and Boye Mafe. I'm going to be attacking quarterbacks really, really big time. I got John Michael Schmitz, the center from Minnesota, to hopefully solve my long-term center problem and handle Aaron Donald on the inside when we play the Rams. I got Tyler Davis, a defensive tackle from Clemson. I got Nehemiah Pritchett, the cornerback from Auburn, big, tall corner to fill out my defensive secondary. And then I got Michael Penix Jr., the quarterback from Washington, to complete my draft. Well, that's it, guys. I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's very interesting stuff. And I don't think the draft is going to fall this way. I don't think Noah is going to be there. What's his name? Noah Sewell. I don't think he's going to be there when I pick at 11. I pray that he is. That'll be the biggest pickup. But I think I got 2 or 3 starters, and I got a long-term quarterback there. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Mid-season Seahawks report card, their biggest needs. I filled all my needs as they stand now. And I got a young athletic quarterback for the future to learn behind Geno Smith. So I'm pleased with that. That's it. Thanks for watching, all 2 of you who are watching. And I will see you back on Real News Live Friday Night Frolics tomorrow night at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Thanks for being here. You guys are the best. Bye.